Yo, 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 it's early Saturday, and you know what that means on an early Saturday morning? That is in time, once again, for the Grind Show. The Saturday show keeping you in the know of the things that are dropping in the contest and the game and outside the game, associated with the game, in the coming week. And as a lot of you know, we bring together information from the amazing work that Dan of Frontline MCOC does. If you don't know, Dan is also the co-host of the Contest Round podcast, the podcast that I do alongside him. And you can find him at www.frontlinemcc.home.blog. It's a great site for everything from guides, information about tracking crystals, right the way through to like breakdowns of what's coming in the current week, next week, and all that stuff. So yeah, the MCC calendar, which you can synchronize to your own calendar as well. And if you don't know how the show works, we just take and look at things that's happening from Saturday, the day today, round to the next Friday. Because let's face it, lots of stuff happens over the weekend with Marvel Contest of Champions, or some weekends it doesn't. But there's stuff happening at the weekend. Let's begin with Saturday. Today is Saturday, believe it or not, and it's going to be a new round of AQ. AQ drops, and that's the time to get grinding, people, because it's a new season of AQ and lots to get sorted. I will be doing some guides down the line, but yeah, it does start. There's also something also very important that's happening on Saturday, which is this. So if you don't know already, there's going to be a special live stream I'm doing for my birthday. Today is my birthday, and I'm going to be doing a special live stream opening up 10 6-star features, 10 6-star features, and 10 6-star basics, because I want a little kind of crack at the basic pool and also a 10 crack at some of the champions within 6-star basic. Because reasons. Hercules reasons. And on Sunday, there's not a lot happening. So I would say when it comes to Sunday, and there's not much to do in the contest, is get old content done. If you are looking to do some of the solo events that are currently on at the moment, I would say this is one of the best days, especially going into the last couple of weeks of the month, which we are in, and also preparing for things like the gifting event and Cyber Weekend. More on that from the channel, and more on that at a later part of this video. Now, hark, Monday, what I hear you ask is coming on Monday. Monday's a little bit busier. Okay, so for those that are interested and still doing it, the Book 2 Act 1 beta, Chapter 4 beta, sorry, I should say, Act 7.4, I think it's the easiest way to say it. Act 7.4 beta is currently in process, so you can go and check that. It's going to be the last day of this beta, so if you want over the weekend, you know, get grinding in it, just check it out, see if it's for you. Train yourself on other fights, go against the Grandmaster once or twice, and kind of go like, okay, is this fight going to be doable for me and the roster that I have? Also, there's other things going on. It's the Black ISO market time, and Black ISO market, do we have a reset of any of the crystals? And the answer should be yes. Yes, we do. We have a reset of the 6-star basic, the 6-star featured, and the 5-star featured as well. So I think I'll be purchasing one of those in order to make sure that my spend is big saving of 2,000 6-star shards. That's one thing to mention. It's also going to be a reset of the incursions milestones, so that's going to be quite important as well. With the reset of the incursions milestones, that is going to be great for you first and foremost, but also it's going to play into the fact that something else happening with incursions of the same week. The only other thing that's going to be going on is a reset of the arenas, or not reset, the week 2 of the arenas. That will be the Mr. Negative and Void arena, to sort after champions, maybe one so than others, and then the other, but yeah, come into Marvel Contest Champions news on Monday for the results and predictions for round 2 of that. Apart from that, there's not much else going on for the day Monday. Now on Tuesday, yeah, the British day of chewing, Tuesday. So on Tuesday, there is nothing going on. Yay. So this is, again, good opportunity. You've got perma content on at the moment. Then go and do it. Go and grind some older content, grab some resources, and yeah, just try and get stuff done, because it will be coming close to the end of the month, and this is good to use your time. Or grind out some last minute units for something like Cyber Weekend, or preparation for the gifting event at a later point next month. And Wednesday follows the similar suit in that there's not much on. The only other thing is there's going to be a new side event, which is going to be, or side quest I should say, which is week 4 of the Cataclysm quests. And this will see Doctor Doom and a whole heap of champions you don't want to see. Yeah, because that's what Kabam does. They put on a load of champions, you just go, oh, cheers for that. I mean, I got bored of this as of this week. I did it like 100% legendary. I was going to post a video, but when I kind of like edited it through and just looked through it, and I was like, it was good enough. I just kind of thought, meh, this is meh, so I'm not interested with posting something that's too meh. So yeah, it is what it is. On Thursday, we see a little flurry of activity. Well, first of all, with the Alpha Catalyst Arena for those that grind it. Some people do out there, so that's going to be on Thursday, something to look out for. And also, there's going to be that delightful Icarus. Yes, Icarus is going to be the featured champion to grind. Do exert caution when it comes to the champion because it still is at a point where it's not brilliant. Not to say that it's bad, not brilliant, but it's not brilliant in a case like Kabam haven't put in the fix for the champion. So essentially you'll be grinding out for a champion you don't know if it's going to be good, bad, adequate by the time it's released. So that's something to bear in mind when it comes to grinding for Icarus. The follow-up champions that will be in with this will be a selector of Ultron, War Machine and Ebony more. So if you are interested in any of those, they will be in the basic, and I think it could be a good opportunity to pick up a nice low cutoff of a 6-star if you are indeed thinking about the basic. And then this leads us on to Friday. Spicy Friday to be exact. Now, this is from an image from the official trailer. I'm not spoiling Spider-Man in any kind of way. But just to kind of point out that we could see a Spider-Man event. Not to say we will and not to say we won't. It's just one of these things where we could say like, we don't know what's going to drop in December. I personally don't know. A lot of the time when it comes to CCP information, it could be 24 to 48 hours. And if there's anything that's associated with any kind of like movie release or any kind of sensitive details, Kabam will not let that info out. We have seen rumour, speculation and a potential leak that could be dropped for the month of December. That could be something that's a red herring. Just don't know at the moment, but it's definitely going to be a jam-packed December. Not as much as last year, because last year actually kind of like gave us a variant. So this is my thumbnail from last year featuring Spider-Ham, and as well do bear in mind that we could be having announcements next week for things like free gifts. We got a free gift, I think it was like the 2nd of December. We had this kind of like weird like cold gift, and it was kind of something to bear in mind. Special festive logging calendars will probably be announced as well, and also the gifting event, which let's face it, it's a moneymaker for Kabam and seems more logical that it would be indeed dropped, as well as anniversary boosts, which again is something to watch out for and prepare for, which I've been trying to kind of prepare you for on this channel by hoarding things like gold crystals as well as battle chips in order to kind of, as soon as you finish certain content, if you're putting off a variant run, man, leave that to last, because you'll be able to get exponential amounts of gold, or 20% more gold, as a result of the grind, which usually lasts about 1 week from the 14th of December. Last year it was a case, it was the 10th of December, so do bear in mind that there could be kind of like stuff there, like it was the 10th to the 17th. So again, just depends on when Kabam are going to roll in that. So that's that. There's going to be so much, like end of next week is just going to be so spicy when it comes to new info. We're more than likely going to have info about Cyber Weekend. Cyber Weekend's going to drop, especially because, as you can see right here, that Cyber Monday is on the 29th of November. So on Black Friday, which is normally the kind of like the Friday, it's the 26th, so expect that we're going to have stuff on there. So it's going to be a massive day next Friday. You're going to have to be very prepared for a very big drop of information on content and stuff like that. Also on Friday, it is the last day, quote this, of your Alliance War season entry eligibility. So this is the last point that you'll be able to achieve the rewards as a result. And that's really it. Like, I expect like a gifting announcement, new champion details, which as we've seen, there's a leak, which I'm not mentioning. I've kind of like drawn the line now with this. We're kind of mentioning stuff like that until the point that, you know, it looks like we've had Marvel Contest of Champions kind of going like, oh, here's a arm of somebody, and you go, oh my god, that's that person, and we take it from there. But yeah, like that's kind of it to say those are those things on Friday. Very big day. Make sure to keep locked to the channel because we'll be covering it left, right and centre. I'm looking forward to a very busy, very hyped and very exciting December. And now we go with what are my top tips for the week. So next week is going to be a quite crucial week, and I think the best way I can really say is start preparing. Okay, start preparing units, because here's the thing, Cyber Weekend may be a dud. You might have to be prepared with saying like, okay, well, my free units which I spent is going to be not going in the right direction. Kabam been throwing out some little sneaky deals left, right and centre and offers and things, and it's like, okay, Kabam might want you to like part with your units and expect something like a vision deal to kind of like randomly drop, because you know that's more than likely what happens, is that a vision offer drops for a certain amount of units. As you go to things like Thronebreaker, they do become more of value at times, but then it's that thing of saying like, right, well, I have to make a decision of the volume of units I have to what I get from Cyber Weekend and what I get back from it. Players may opt for kind of like not spending on Cyber Weekend to then go and save that for gifting events. So the kind of the first thing is saying like, be aware that you may not actually spend on Cyber Weekend, and it's okay if you don't, because you may use those units elsewhere for things, as I said, like Cyber Weekend. No, not Cyber Weekend, gifting event. The second thing to mention is all about saving up those gold crystals. As I said, if you don't know, haven't seen that previous video I made about saving, this is again another reminder. Start saving your uncollected and your regular gold crystals, because they will be good for you to open when you get the bonus. You can see here, like, I don't have a huge amount, but I've got 55 gold crystals, a good amount of uncollected, and as well, you know, 6 of the great golden crystals there. But also, do consider the extent of like doing other content, like variants. Like there's a variant 8 that's just dropped, as a lot of you know. If you've got one path left for completion, save it. The same thing when it comes to doing the 100%ing of it, which I'm going to be doing, is saving up, because then as soon as I open up that 1.5 mil gold, it then an extra is added on to it. The same thing when it comes to like things like Cavalier difficulty and other different types of content. Maybe save it for when you're doing that and just go a complete blitz, maybe like of that content towards the drop of the boost. That's another thing. Units wise, and that's the other thing as well, is grabbing units as quickly as possible. Doing some content, even doing some of the classic variants, are options, because you don't have to really kind of concentrate that much, and even going through a completion with the low amount of paths that they have can be beneficial, especially for doing like, you know, chapter 1 and chapter 2 of some of the different variants, gives back a little bit amount of units. The same thing with doing the lower completion of things like normal difficulty as well. Something that I do like to do, because it's stuff I can just leave the device on the side and kind of like gathering the units. And that's from a main account perspective, and that's helpful for Cyber Weekend. And yes, you can go down the route of growing secondary accounts and alt accounts. It's not something I'm going to overly endorse, because Kabam are going to be onto this, and there will be restrictions. Kabam haven't said what restrictions, but they've said there's going to be restrictions. So just exert caution. Maybe do one account, and that's it. Do one alt account, see it through for a little while, 5 to 6 hours of grind, and go, there you go. Right, that's it. One account, that's done. And then kind of thinking, right, what are Kabam going to do for an announcement? What are they going to restrict? So you don't go, great, I've just done 60 hours of my time on alt accounts and has led to nothing. So I'm kind of like, I'm putting caution out there to you guys. Like, don't be too silly with this and kind of like invest a lot of time. If then Kabam like say, look, you can only have one alt account attached to your IP address, which is a bit restrictive, but then it's like, well, you know, we'll have to see. We'll have to see what drops with that. But those have really been my top tips for the next week. Preparation. So that's kind of like what I got to say with that. And that's been a video. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure to check out some other content, which is going to be located on screen right about now. And see you in the live stream later on today for some spicy 6-star crystals being opened. Thanks, everybody. Bye-bye.